Hello, Karen here from Soulful Wild to talk with you about the Moon Tarot Oil. Now, I'll just grab the card. I've just been taking photos and things. And here it is. It's got our major aromatic ingredients in it. And this is the little bottle of Moon Tarot Oil. I've just put some on myself, and it is really quite divine. Now, when would we use the Moon Tarot Oil? When do we need to evoke this archetype to help us? Oh, the old glasses are getting steamy. The affirmation that I use with the Moon Tarot Oil is I go with the flow. So anytime you are needing to relax, to let go, and just allow the universe, God, Goddess, whatever it is that you draw on, to take you where you need to go rather than you attempting to direct it all, that's when the moon is really a primo choice. So what are the things that happen? What are the things that come up that let us know that moon is required? Often when the moon is in play, things from the past can come up to be addressed. It's that point on our journey in a particular cycle where things from the past show up, things that we haven't addressed that might emotionally trigger us, actually. So we have to let go and just allow what is in the unconscious to emerge and process that. We've got the opportunity. Often that happens at a particular time. It's sort of our second chance or an additional opportunity to clear up any shite that's sort of floated up to the surface. And you know what it's like, in a dam or a pond. That murky stuff can come up. In the Smith-Waite deck, we see a crustacean come up. Here in Australia, we talk about a yabby. Yabbies float around on the bottom and eat the junk, but they bring that stuff up too. Okay, what else do we need to say about the moon? When you're feeling crazy, when the emotions, when the hormones are out of control, when you just feel like you are totally losing it or that you are lost, you've lost your way, that's when the moon energy can be drawn on to really help you let go. What do they say? Let go and let God. This is a beautiful oil to help with this. Now, I'm just going to talk to you about a couple of the ingredients. Clary sage is one of them. Now, clary sage, it will help you deal with what is in the unconscious, even help you remember your dreams, because there's a lot of psychic activity. Even if you are, just say, for example, you are wanting to expand your psychic abilities, if you're working on that, just say you want to get into mediumship, for example. It's easy for the mind, the conscious mind, the intelligence to get in the way and to stop you from actually going with the flow. So this is when the archetype, the tarot oil, is very useful. Use it, embrace the energy in a really internal level, and it will help you to just let go and just go with it. Marjoram is one of the other ingredients here. Now, marjoram I always think it's a bit like pouring oil on top of troubled waters. That's kind of the effect that you get with marjoram when things are kind of crazy, nutty, emotional, hormonal, that kind of jazz. The marjoram, if it's intense, that will calm the farm. What else can I tell you about moon? You might even use this tarot oil at a particular time of the moon cycle, depending on what happens for you. So for example, if you're one of those people who gets wobbled at the full moon, then that 5-day period, the 2 days before the actual full moon and the 2 days after, it's a really good archetype. Like, you can use the taro oil on your pulse points or just put it into your auric space as a way to soften the effects of the moon. What else is there about this particular one? We've got beautiful breeze here. So actually notice that. See how the curtains are just flowing with the breeze? That's exactly what we are looking for. That ability to just go with what is. That's what moon helps us to do. Absolutely and completely. It also helps us to accept the mysteries of life, those things that we do not know. There are many things that we are never going to get answers for. We're never going to actually understand. And not knowing, not understanding, not being able to put things into a little pocket or a little pigeonhole, that can send you a bit crazy at times. For some of us in this, the way that we think these days, for a lot of us, that is difficult, you know. Moon helps us to accept that there are things we do not have an answer to, things that we will never understand. Acceptance is there with moon. So I invite you to use the moon taro oil and even begin, you know, if this is an archetype that is speaking to you, then begin to perhaps, I think this is a great idea actually, begin to track the moon. Notice how you are in your mood, in the clarity of your thinking, your physical energy at different times of the moon, and then play with the moon taro oil and notice where you most benefit from using it. It's an option and a choice. So see how you go with it. It's divine, it's delicious. You'll love using it. And that whole big out breath, moon energy.